Greetings, beautiful beings. This video is about the portal of abundance. Now, this year, we are in the numerological value year of number 4, which is a year of abundance. We know that the abundance can be positive or negative. So in this year, it is our job to master a positive abundance, which will influence us for many, many, many years to come. Now, the very special number in this year is the April 4, which will have a number 4 month, right? April 4 and 2020 will break into 2 and 2 will be 4. So we have a 444. That is a day when it's opening a portal of the abundance. Now we have another day, which will be the April 22, 2020. If we break each number separate, we'll have again 4, 22, 2 and 2 is 4. And 2020 will be the 4 again. So we have 2 days of the 444, which signify toward opening the portal and closing the portal. Now, we're going to stay with these numbers for a little bit. If you look at the number 444, if you add them together, multiply them 3 times 4, you get a number 12. The number 12 will break into 3. 1 plus 2 equals 3. So number 3 means the catalyst. It means a great change that will create something that is going to greatly influence your life. Now, if there's something that I or you or they create, it's also passing through this huge portal of the energy of the abundance. It can be blessed, I don't know, 1,000,000 times, maybe gazillion times. Let's go with a gazillion because we want to really hear that very beautiful and amazing, amazing abundance. Now, another numbers. Pleiadians talk for quite a while about this 10, 13-year windows where we're stepping into this new energy. Now, when I started the channeling, I was like, that is interesting. And then I heard it from the different channels that we don't know each other. And we come up with the very same or the similar kind of the year structure. So that really suggests to it that there is something to it. So I do trust my guides because they definitely guided me well on this journey when I started to listen to them. So they said that until probably year about 2033, opening now in the 2020, we are in a very rare kind of the energy. We are moving through this rare energy, the rare opportunity to change our destiny, the shift destiny of the earth, of the humanity, and so much on. Now, a girlfriend of mine was recently at the workshop about the predictions, the old kind of the predictions, and she told me, she says, you know, the Egyptian have this old prediction that in the year 2038 we are supposed to step into the golden age. Now, we don't have to be particular if it's a 2033 or the 2038. It is close enough. So there are the current channel information. There's an Egyptian prophecy. Of course, there was a Mayan prophecy of the 2012, right, leading into the new age, which is absolutely true. And now we are stabilizing. So let's say that we, from the 2012 until 2020, we stabilize. We really awaken in the big time. And we have to learn all about our abilities, about our soul power, about that special thing about us, about that energy, about that being sensitive, it's okay. That being empath is actually a blessing in disguise. That you can have premonitions and you can have visions and you can see the aura and that it's normal. We had to overcome the hurdle that we were killed for those abilities in our past lives, and now in the 21st century, it's welcome and it's normal and it's absolutely okay to have them. So now in the 2020, we went into the year of the clear vision and hell started breaking all around us. It really, you know, it's showing how dysfunctional our life is. if you just step in the moment and you just focus on yourself, you will actually feel your divinity, and you will look around and says, okay, there are a lot of things that are not working. And it's not only that we get sick and it helped us and stop us home. If you look at the behavior of some people, it's questionable, and it wants to make you angry sometimes. Anyway, not gonna discuss that. We're gonna really focus on this positive thinking, and because that's what we have to do. We cannot get caught up in this time of the hopeless kind of the feeling, anger, frustration, and anxiety, because that is the collective energy that is coming. Now, when there's this beautiful portal opening with so let's complete 10 to 18 years window when we can shift our destiny. There are two energies that would fight for this to really do that. We have a energy on the path of light, and we do have an energy on the path of the dark. And of course, the dark side know about this as well. So they're gonna spin whatever to bring so much into your chaos and make you feel negative, make you feel drawn into any kind of the conspiracies, anything that gets you going, because you're gonna bring that energy with the portal. The more negative energy go through the portal, the more they will be thriving. Now I'm gonna stop here with the time frame yet. Try to organize it for us so I'm not jumping back and forth. Now, Pleiadians share with me that this energy have not been here for about 2,000 years. Huge amount of the soul family incarnate together in approximately 2,000 years marks. Now, the last time when we have been here, it's the time of the Essenes. That is why Pleiadians always says, look at the Essenes, don't look at the biblical kind of the story. Just go and research, investigate, feel it, meditate. I'm not a really big researcher, as you guys know it. I'm more meditate and perceive the information, and then I do read some books, but majority of my information come as the channel information or as the soul memories. But there are another fantastic people, phenomenal people who really go through the records and research and bring out the data. And if this data start to be similar or same with the things that we channel, what we feel, what we have a memory of, then that's the woo-woo kind of the moment, that aha moment, when you says, okay, I can trust it that I know this, because if there's some kind of the documents and I can connect to it, there's definitely validation. So when you look at the time of the Essenes, which majority of the people who really enjoy this video, we have lived together. We have lived as a soul family. Many of us were incarnated at that time. Many of other souls supported us very closely through the astral realm, through that spirit intervention, let's call it, through that spirit connection, really making sure that this family or this community will stand out into the history, something that we will remember, and we will go and we will chase it back so we can remember it. So when we come again, and we knew that we're gonna come sometime around 2012, that we will be in the kind of the age that we won't be children, where we can utilize our energy and make this impact, what we came here to do. Now, I know that many of you are tired, frustrated, and scared, and some of you are very excited and ready for all of this. It's been dragging for quite a long, and now it's not definitely an easy times. But we need to keep it all together and keep going and really make it through this portal, because on the other side of this portal, the life will start to look better, because we have a power to change it, to activate our abilities and help to activate abilities of the other. So I will go with the self-healing abilities, connection of the heart and the mind, because that's what we are. We are in the very evolved civilizations, and we are going to highly evolve technologically evolved civilizations, and it's time to connect the heart and the mind together. We cannot just, close everything here and just to go in with the mind and the logic, because that will eventually distract us, same as we got distracted in the Atlantean times. And I believe that we came here because we believe that we can shift it. We believe we don't have to go into any destructive time. I think that's why we keep returning back here, that we maybe want to prove it to ourselves. Maybe we have that need that there is this one age that doesn't gonna end up with a final destruction, that the energy can be shifted. But of course, there has to be a greater level of the population, the souls, living souls in this body, to join in this endeavor. So we know that we have a 444 portal from the 4th of the April until 22nd of the April. Now, if you see this video and you miss this kind of the window of the opportunity, don't despair. Just join in our energy. I have started in 2015. Me and my husband, we started in 2015 this group of the souls that we call 333 time traveling project, when we literally focus on the healing the timeline from the past to the future, and we all join together and it work in this beautiful effect that we all, I believe, are experiencing. And then those who found about us later join in as a hitchhikers, which is kind of the fun. So you can join in this energy. We open the portal for you and you just follow the steps and you just move in the timeline and you follow in that portal and go and create what it is that you would like to contribute to the society. So to prepare for this energy, it's time to surrender. There's no time to fuss, to be afraid, to be anxious of what's gonna happen. There's no time for it. It's time to sort of surrender and says, okay, this is it, where I am. If the coronavirus is gonna get me and next week, I hope that doesn't, what is it that I can still offer to this world? That's how it is. Now, my compare to the virus is very metaphorical, but I want you to think about it. It is a good way to think, because we are not afraid of the passing. You know that if you pass away, you didn't finish all your journey or your past lives, you're gonna come back here again and we'll have a chance to do it again. If you clear all your timelines and do it, then you don't have to come back again. But surrender, just take a breath and says, okay, you stop the rat race. This is it. Look what you have learned until now. You all have learned tremendously. You have so much of knowledge. So stop here. You don't have to learn at the moment anything more. You don't have to take another course. You don't have to, it's not gonna make a big difference right now before this portal. You need to start utilizing what it is that you have learned until now. Knowledge is your cornerstone. It's your foundation. It is everything. There's one thing that Pleiadians really taught me about the abundance is to follow the steps. He says the first is the knowledge. Then from out of the knowledge comes the wisdom. When you try what is working, what is not working, and you refine those pieces that are working for you. When you start learning and trusting yourself, then you reach your soul and your soul memories. So this is where you start remembering, oh, I live among the Essenes, and this is how we have done things, and this is how we're doing them differently in the 21st century, and so much on. Or I go all the way far. This is how we used to deal with the 5G network and the higher network in the Atlantis. This is how our body adjusted. This is how our body evolved into this kind of the energies. And this is what maybe needs to happen today. We are standing in this energy of the new human. We are a beautiful extraterrestrial beings, the light of the universe, living in these human vessels. And the human vessel needs a tweaking. It needs a little change. It needs a little push in the evolution. So we will become more resilient, that our cellular structure will work with this body. And when we will be in the environment that may be that may make us sick, whenever there's somebody sneezing at you and some electromagnetic disturbance in your field, that our body can adjust to it a little bit, create a little bit hybridation, what's the English word? A little hybrid out of you, like make a little change. Then that is what we are needing today. So I get sidetracked here a little bit. The knowledge, the wisdom, the soul memories will lead you into the abundance, a beautiful, positive abundance that will be coming to you. Spiritual abundance and physical abundance as well. There's nothing wrong with a physical abundance. It is only our choices that we assign our physical abundance, the choices to be either good or bad, to use it for the good or be corrupted by our abundance. And I would say that's go with both energies. Even the spiritual energy gets abundant and gets corrupted. And you guys all have seen it. Just that corrupted spiritual ego that sometimes unfortunately happen. And when that happens, it's time to take a step back and just evaluate, saying, here I am, this is working, this is not working, because that's going to lead into negative abundance. Negative abundance is manifested when you don't follow these steps, when you just get the idea and you don't get enough knowledge to support your idea. It's just a good idea, and is that this quick run, the way, let's say, the business and so much on. You don't do your research, you don't get yourself prepared for everything. You just may have that quick success, and suddenly, you are successful, everything's going good, and you don't know how to deal with it. And then comes the negative abundance. So it's a short-lived energy. That's why we have this high and lows in the abundance, because we have this short-lived energy. We don't follow a full circle. Now, so we went from the surrender to this abundance circle. So in the surrender kind of the time, review your life, learn what you, look at all what you have learned. Look at your skills, at your abilities, what it is that you are good at. What is it that you are passionate about? Of course, we have all these ideas and the dreams and pushing ourselves. If you are a Capricorn like me, like the crazy little goat going on that rocky mountain, and it's so hard, but you're still doing it. Just stop for a moment and says, where I am right now, what is it I'm good at, and what it is that I can offer to the others. Whenever you are a spiritual teacher, a healer, a baker, a teacher, doctor, nurse, put all, and especially a doctor, nurse, and any people in the health industry in the first, the responders, everybody who's in the first line right now, just take a step back and says, okay, I'll do the best I can. I do the best I can, and I cannot pour everything on my shoulder, that it is my responsibility to save every single person in the whole world. What I mean in it is, of course, I'll do my best, even more than that, what I can do, but I cannot live in the guilt. I'm speaking about the guilt that every single of us holds, or many of us hold. That guilt that there are the things that I cannot do. The guilt feeds into frustration, lots of the frustration. Eventually give you the anxiety, of course, there's a fear of your own well-being and so much on, but it's that guilt that we need to take out. The guilt is not working for us. We just have to wake up, do our best through the day, whatever is our best is the best enough, and share with the world right now what you can honestly offer. That's all what it is. It takes a lot of your shoulders, a lot of the expectations, and that is what is a good, I would say, is the step walking through this portal where we're gonna go and open the doors of infinite possibilities. So you take your expectations, your guilt, the feeling bad, and the worries, and allow it to yourself. And you may say, how, Eva, you don't understand. Like, if you look around yourself, it's horrible. If you would be up there in the hospital, you won't be able to say what you are saying. And I get you. I don't have that experience. But I have a little wisdom, at least I hope, to stay in the moment. So again, when you are at home and are bored and are frustrated that you cannot do anything, or if you are there in the first line and don't know when you're gonna catch the nap or what is that you're going to do, try to stop for the half minute and stay in the moment. Staying in the moment, it means connecting with your nervous system. You can do it with the left hand on the bladder, right hand on your mind's eye. And I don't like to have my hair around that. And so you can stay in this moment, you can breathe. You can do it for the half minute, 1 minute. You can do it until your energy clicks in. This means that I am now at the moment. I'm just focusing on the moment of now. Right now, when I'm stopped, there's no fear, there's no worry, there's no expectation. There is just right now, I focus on my breath and I start feeling my nervous system. I'm focusing with my nervous system. And again, a moment of now, I tell myself that I am safe because it's the 100% true. Right now, I'm safe. Right now, I'm peaceful. Because at the moment of now, you don't have any, oh my God, what happened a few minutes ago, or oh my God, what I'm gonna do in the next hour. It's just the moment of now. Moment of now can be anything. So let's make it a just neutral kind of the energy. When you feel it's kind of click, you're like, this feels really nice. It takes so much stress away that it'll help you to get through the day. Now, what you do next, before you go into the portal, is to look at the energies of your ego and of your soul. What it is that they need. Are they okay? Do they need a little harmonizing kind of the energy? So naturally, this time, the ego is super scared now, and then you tell the ego, hey, you know what? Let's go to this portal and feel absolutely positive and uplifted, and ego goes like, are you crazy? Remember what's happening? Couldn't you look around yourself? I keep telling the people, it may become a little bit worse until the next week of the fall, or as we're going to be walking through this portal. You may feel like you, depending where you live, you may feel like you are walking through the minefield and the stuff is happening left and right. So you need to convince your ego that you're going to walk that field and you believe that the step and the step that you are going to take, now speaking of the spiritual steps, are safe. Now you need your soul for it. And you says, okay, ego, how about we're gonna work with our soul? The soul is divine, it is the beautiful light. It can actually illuminate the path ahead of you or where to go, that you are not freaked out, that you are not afraid, that you are doing quite well. They're gonna start work together. There's gonna be a beautiful union. You can actually start, really combining this energy, and you can use it for the physical thing. It says, okay, he says, we need to buy more toilet paper. And I said, so would you give us this guidance when there's a shipment of the toilet paper in the store? Believe or not, it's gonna work for you. You're gonna get that nudge that this is the time to go to the store, and there will be the shipment of the toilet paper that you may need, or anything else. It works exactly the same as when you talk about the parking angels. The parking angel was kind of fun, like training of your spiritual energy. When you says, okay, I'm going there and it's gonna be a busy place, and I ask my angels to make me a parking place, and I follow my intuition, and 9 out of the 10 times I always get the parking spot. It was fun because there was no danger involved. The worst thing scenario before was working angel didn't listen to me, or I didn't say it the right way, or it wasn't meant to be, whatever we make that reasoning out of it, and you just park in the back of the way and you walk to the store. It was not a big deal. But now it is a big deal. Now you need to trust that energy. You cannot get into it like, oh my God, the guides left me and I don't, and nobody guides me now, and I'm here alone and I feel really abandoned and what is happening? Like that's, I would say, is what people like to do a lot. When the things go well, everything's great and angels are working and Pleiadians are assisting. And when there's a turmoil and it doesn't go well, everything is filed off the other side. It is not. They are waiting there and they want to guide us, but they wait until we calm down, until we go in that moment of the now, when we are willing to listen through as we used to be, not through our stress energy like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, what's going to happen? So, and for that, you need your soul and your ego. Your soul will guide you through this. Even let's say that you need to look for the medical assistance, your soul may guide you through it, and now it's time to do it. I know that a lot of us spiritual people are like, we have our cures and we have our things and we do it our own way, right? But if you get to the worst, allow yourself to combine the medical industry with your holistic approach of the healing. It is okay. As I said, it is my great hope that eventually there's going to be half and half to meet in the middle. Okay, what do we have next? The crystalline grid. Now, when we are doing this again, we came here, we waited 2,000 years for this, guys. So some kind of the virus cannot really stop us. For 2,000 years, we were waiting for this moment when we will be spiritually awakened, when we start remembering, when there's this window of the opportunity opening for us. And we need to regain the energy of the crystalline grid. Now, imagine that the inside of the earth, this is what Pleiadian says, there's just such a huge crystalline grid that we have not even the idea about it, that it's not has been detected with the kind of the technology that we have. The crystalline grid, the mineral kingdom, is the, as I understand it, the lowest energy on that scale. I see animal kingdom, plant kingdom, and the mineral kingdom. It is the most intelligent energy on this planet. It's sort of like artificial intelligence supercomputer that can be programmed. Now, this energy is up there, and we came in the time that this energy can be reprogrammed. Now, same as we know it, you have to remember that the dark side knows it as well. They're gonna do their little tricks, but they have to follow the same circle for the abundance, for the positive abundance, because if they wanted to regain the control over this crystalline grid and the great control over all of us, they follow the same steps, what I told you about. They have a knowledge, they have their wisdom, what is working, what is not working. They have their soul memory, what worked in the past, what didn't work in the past, how we gonna do it, and then they proceed with a plan and manifest a beautiful positive abundance in the control. It is just the energy. Energy doesn't discriminate who is going to use it or how it's going to use it. Are there consequences after that? Oh yeah, we all know that. But that's how it works. So, crystalline grid. I want you to think about a crystal that you really, really like. It doesn't matter which crystal it is, what name of it is. I, for example, have a full packet of the moldavite. Here's the one. I usually wear, guys, and I have a quite more in my pocket. And so I like the moldavite. You pick your stone, hold your stone, meditate your stone, ask your stone to be connected with the crystalline grid of this deposit, or but to guide you to the part of the world that you will be the guardian of this grid. You literally become the guardian of the crystalline grid of the earth. even if this is the intention to have a last lifetime on the earth, this will not block you. It is literally a temporary job that you end by the before you are ready to go and pass it to somebody else. There will be somebody else waiting in the line to take over your job. But right now, it is important to claim the crystals, connect with the crystalline grid, and energize it with unconditional love. You can also energize it with the Christ and the Mary of Magdalene kind of the energy. Christ, Magdalene energy, male and the female energy. We have done this 2,000 years ago. We anchor this energy inside of the grid, the unconditional love, because since that time, 2,000 years ago, we started to open the heart and humanity slowly changed. But when you start opening the heart and rising up in your upper chakras, you are also stepping in the time of the great evolution, which we are seeing and witnessing. And in the last 100 years, it's going literally in the speed of light. Now, over the 2,000 years, of course, we lost some powers. We lost some part of the crystalline grids because we went through the times of the darkness. We went through the 9 cycles of hell from about 15th century to the 2012 plus minus. And it's time to reclaim it back. Now, in 1987, there was an event that I very fondly talk about, the harmonic convergence, which we did continuance of, right, in 2018. Hope I have the times right. Anyway, what happened, what I want to talk about, the original harmonic convergence. It was the first united meditation all around the world. And what they did, they energized the crystalline grid. Instead of just sending the energy to each other, they sent it to the Mother Earth and they energized the crystalline grid with the unconditional love. Now, unconditional love is a non-controlling energy. It is not what I would like to for this earth, what would you like to for this earth. We literally become a transmitter of this love. Imagine your soul family in your mind and in your astral plane and connecting, with your soul family in your mind, in your heart, especially in your heart, and down inside of the earth. That is all what you have to do. So you all had your crystalline spots up there. Of course, many of this energy goes over the ley lines and big hot spots or the stargates kind of the energy. So pick any of you. They are not competing here over any spots and so much on. And there's more of us in one spot, that is only better. So before you open this window of the opportunity, walk through these gates of the infinite possibilities, find what is your crystalline grid or where is it located, or just connect with that energy and energize it whenever you choose, the one below your house or the Stonehenge or the Lagrange or any kind of the energy. Do it, use it. Now, as I have written in my book, actually a lot that I'm sharing, I have written last year in the book, in the Pleiadian Code 2 Cosmic Love, which is rather interesting. I didn't know that this is what I was preparing us for, or Pleiadians were preparing us for. And I'm so grateful for it. So what I wanted to also say is that when the Essenes family were slowly passing away, a lot of them have chosen not to consciously ascend within their bodies and took their bodies, in the upper higher dimension. They let their body to die here. But before they did, they energized their bones with a special kind of the energy, with the essence of your soul and with the essence of the earth energy. So the bones became like crystals. Imagine that they are just the bones right now, and well-preserved bones. We know that they could be preserved for the thousands and thousands of years. That these people have preserved the energy within their bones that is that was vibrating since then. but now it activates even more. So there's a kind of this creepy kind of the meditation I would like you to do if you are open to it. And I now did it with the students in my class, and it was kind of fun. Then you go and look for your bones, 2,000 plus minus back. They are holding the pieces of your immortal soul. So you wanna call for it, can imagine, says, okay, where is it 2,000 years ago? If I live among the family of the Essenes, where it is that I passed away? Where is it that they buried me? What kind of the energy I'm sending to everybody? What kind of the knowledge I left there, and so much on. So it's kind of more funny than creepy. I promise you that one. You may have some spectacular experience, and you may lie down and experience your bones and let that be there and call for those parts of you back. Now, moving through this portal, it's literally moving from your 3-dimensional energy consciously in your 4-dimensional energy and your 5th-dimensional energy. By the end of this portal, you still will be in the human body, because that's what we sign up for, to make changes in here on the earth. We didn't really sign up for the spaceship that's gonna evacuate us and move us somewhere else of this planet. The Pleiadians always laughing at me when I mention even something like that. They says, well, if you don't land it here, why would you like to land it somewhere else? You are here to land this, to do it, to contribute to the others, and then you can go back home. So I have, guys, prepared this meditation for you, which I'm gonna link as the part 2 to this video. It's called Opening the Field of Infinite Possibilities. So I'm gonna tell you a little bit about it. The affirmation for all this time will be, I am safe. That is your, level 3 chakra. I have a freedom. That's your 4th chakra. And upper 3 chakra is, I am in service to humanity. Because it's time for the change, and it's time to embody new beliefs. Not as like, oh my God, what is happening? We're all gonna die. I'm not sure that's gonna be the food, and the freak out. Again, this freak out is here to distract you. Now, think about it. This virus is affecting your nervous system first, and it's gonna turn your immune system in a militia to attack you. Now, your nervous system is the most important psychic antenna within your body. So if I would want to ruin your psychic abilities, I will ruin your nervous system. And it's just very my own opinion, or the way how I understand it from the energy point of view. But if I shatter your nervous system, you will not awaken, you will not continue in your abilities. You may survive, and you may live, your beautiful, obedient life. You may not be happy about it, but you just do what you have to do to survive and feed your children. And I'm pretty sure neither of us want to feel like that. We want to thrive. We want to open this door for the golden age, not just for us, but for the humanity. We want to see that every child in this world is fed. We want to see to have a clean waters, have a clean air, have a beautiful nature, have people sharing love and compassion. Again, have enough food and enough work for us to feel happy. It's not that, some people need to hold this or hold that. Or if you are more skilled and do more things, and of course there are many of the good ones who help the others as well. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. I always think of the Joseph of Arimathea in the Essenes. So again, there is nothing wrong with having a wealth and having a beautiful, prosperous life, as long as that doesn't push me into a house with a big walls and me protecting myself from everybody around who can take it away from me. If I can be wealthy and happy and loving and live in the land where I can be accepted among those who may not, feel to be like that, but there's no jealousy, because everybody has that opportunity. Everybody has that possibility to take the journey. I hope I share it right away as I think it in my head. Anyway, there's actually a beautiful story that I like from the Pleiadian Code 1, which calls the poor land, rich land, and the good land. And of course, in the poor land, everybody just is very poor, and they, hate each other, and always like, don't believe that nothing good can happen to you. In the rich land, everybody is rich and have amazing lives and the cars and the houses, but they are so afraid they're gonna lose it. And there's a good land, of a land where you trust in God, and you let go and you let God, and you can have a whatever life you want, whatever life you strive to, and nobody judge you for it. And you can be happy and be in a employed by God. Anyway, that's a very short story. So back to the meditation. So I call it opening the doors of infinite possibilities. So the first door, it's like the orange door, and it's through your second chakra. So each chakra, our body is sort of like a map, a star map, to find the all answers to everything that we need. So often in the spirituality, you hear that you have to go within to activate the things, to find the answers, to literally, we are a living library of knowledge. So that's how I see our body. So majority of the energy work that I do and I teach people comes with going to within and connect with your body, which is very simple and yet very effective. So we're going to work with the three doors, your second chakra, fourth chakra, and the sixth chakra. If you guys follow me, you know already that the second, fourth, and the sixth chakra are your soul chakras, are the chakras that are fueled with the energy of the soul. Of course, your heart is the seat of the soul, but this energy are very affected by the soul's energy. So you want to calm our ego to allow to take us on this journey, like feel safe and good. So the second chakra is through the first door is through your second chakra, the orange energy. Now I will guide you through walking through this door, and what we're going to do, it's like walking through a 3D portal of the energy. And we're gonna walk back in the time of the Essenes, about 2,000 years back, because we want to connect with this energy. And you're gonna find yourself in Glastonbury, and all the energy that you need is the willingness. You have to be willing to do this, and nobody really gonna get you through this portal. Nobody is gonna change your life until you are willing your life. So you really need to start looking at your choices and really feel if you are worthy. There's nobody else that's gonna tell you, oh my, you are so worthy of you achieved so much, now you are at this and that level and you can do this. Usually you hear the people, that I consult here, but I'm not good enough, and I'm not smart enough, and I'm not ready yet, and maybe after I study this and that. The studying and everything out there, of course, helps, but it also misleads you sometimes when you just, instead of facing it, am I worthy? You rather, put yourself through that little bit longer journey of learning something else. So you need to learn to make good choices. Choice is everything. You need to find that you are worthy to do this and be willing to dream to change your life. So that is that. You walk into the second door, and there I want you to think about what did you like to do when you were a child? What were your dreams? What were your ideas? I guys share that video with you about what is your passion. I can be your life mission when I share my story with you. So I sort of fast forward of what are your dreams? What are your ideas? If you really don't have any dreams right now and you're like, I don't know, then go back into the childhood and pick up something that you used to really, really enjoy. Again, be willing to change your life. Your life's not going to change without your own energy. Your guides will not change your life. They will give you everything that you need. They give you the energy, the ideas, the inspiration, but you have to be willing to grasp it and do it. It's like if I want to plant the tomatoes, and then I will drive by the 3 stores, even though there is only the necessity of there's only you can buy what is necessary, and there's still these stores with these tomato plants on the sales. And I'll come home and I say, oh, I always wanted to plant these tomatoes, but it's not working for me. And it's my fault that I didn't stop, that I didn't buy the tomato plant, that I wasn't willing to give it a chance that I can grow it. So fast forward there, you really need to feel I am worthy, I am willing, and I want this bad enough. Then we're gonna go from, we meet the Essenes and have a good little time up there, the reconnection with your soul family, and we awaken your energy of the knowledge. And there you can imagine that you kind of poke, where did you put your bones up there? Where are your missing pieces of your souls? I don't guide you through this meditation though with this one, but you can definitely use your imagination and do it up there. So this is the energy of the knowledge. Essenes have left tremendous level and information of the knowledge for us. And if you want to read something good, just read the Code Brain. I always talk about it. Now you can ask, well, why don't we take this information from the Egyptians or from the Atlanteans? And the answer is that the Essenes is something that, there is literature, there are Dead Sea Scrolls. Again, there's the Code Brain. I'm sure there's quite a lot of books from that time, and it's something that we can logically connect to. And it's easy for us to really affirm, yes, that 100% happened and these people 100% lived. Versus speculating about the gods and goddesses in the Egypt, which we know they lived as well. They were just the extraterrestrials. Anyway, we're gonna go into the second door, which will be a green door, your heart chakra. That will be your 4-dimensional energy. That's where majority of us are right now. And now we're gonna say that we are already in the 9th dimension, 10th dimension, and God knows where. Just take it nice and easy. The 3-dimensional energy is where we are living. The 4-dimensional energy is the open heart and the river of the emotions, which can be sometimes rather difficult to swim through. So in the 4-dimensional energy, we stepped into the ancient temple of the goddess Isis in the Egypt. And you're gonna go for the initiation. You're gonna go baptize yourself in this beautiful clean of pool of the water, and you have to become a doer. You have to plant the seeds of your dreams and the ideas. So there will be a time to sort of, go to the table, take the seeds, and energize your seeds. What is your dream? What is your idea? Do you want to open the baker shop? Do you want to start a new business? Do you want to have a baby? Do you want to write a book? Do you want to know how to fix the cars? Whatever it is, because whatever you do obviously has to be aligned with what will help to the humanity. And even your baby that you may want to have can be the next genius who's gonna invent something absolutely fabulous that's gonna help the humanity. Or a beautiful, kind human being that's just gonna treat people right. Don't overthink it. I sometimes overthink the things, right? So we're not gonna overthink that one. You plant your seeds, and here you need to start learning to trust. The trust that the earth will support you in your dreams and ideas. It's like you plant your tomato plant inside of the earth. You have to know that if you water it, and up there, the Father, the universe, is gonna take care of it. It's gonna water your seed, your seedling, your seed that's gonna grow into the seedling, and the Mother Earth will nourish it with all the nourishments of the earth, and you will give the unconditional love to this plant, to the seed that grows into the plant or the tree or whatever it is that you are growing out there. We are striving now through the suffering, we're growing through the suffering, because that is the only way that we know. It's almost an engine and energy that lifts us up and that gets us mad enough that we're gonna go and do the things. Now, we don't want this energy in this new era that we're stepping into. We want this energy of the unconditional love in this new era. So that's why you're gonna nourish your seed with the unconditional love. So your ideas will be loving and good, and that's only good in the world. Now, when you are done there, we're gonna walk into the 5th door. And actually, stop here yet for a moment. I call the second door a door of the wisdom, because when you're planting the seeds and your idea, you already know what is working, what is not working. You also need to be brutally honest with yourself. It would be different if I'm going to plant the seed of the that I want to be a doctor, when I know that I would have to go through so many years of the school, and I may not even want to go through that. Be realistic with what you want to do, and be honest with yourself about what is it that you can do. Of course, think out of the box. Don't get into it is impossible. If I would really want to strive for what with, and it would be my life dream to become a doctor, and I truly, truly believe it. And I would be very honest with myself that, okay, it's going to take me 4 years of the college and another, I don't know how many years of the residency. And then, I'm going to be the doctor that I always wanted to be. Then that is okay. But if I were like, no, I don't want to put these years to it, then there's a waste of the planting it. So be honest with yourself and learn to trust. Then you go into the fifth door. The fifth door is your fifth dimensional energy. It's a blue door that we're going to step into the time of the Atlantis. We're sort of moving right into time and the place. In the Atlantis, we were in the 5-dimensional energy, and maybe even in the higher one. Our bodies were able to handle all this energy, all this technology. I actually believe that there was a lot of artificial intelligence. There was this shield around the earth that was protecting us from many invasive kind of the energy. There was a lot of technological energy alongside with those who just enjoy the spirituality and the healing and more holistic kind of the way of life. And so what I'm trying to say here, our bodies were adjusted to that kind of the life or radiation, even though the water quality, the air quality, probably the technological radiation was way different, because we're going through the thousands of years than now. Now, in this place, you want to collect your soul memories. This is a time when you truly have to trust. The trust that, yes, you live there, that this is who you are. You were the Essenes, you live among the Egyptian, and you were the extraterrestrial who were here in the time of the Atlantis. This is a time to really look at yourself and says, okay, I can change my destiny. This is the last door that I really walk through to open the door of infinite possibilities. Behind this door, miracles could be everyday normal. Impossible could be something that's turned into possible. There is no thing that you cannot achieve. You can also imagine that in this lifetime you have been given a greatest gift. You knew that you came here and that you will suffer through the awakening, and every starseed can write a thick book of the sad story what happened to you. But the gift that you have given to yourself for this journey was a few empty pages in your book of life, in your Akashic record for this life. So, as you are gathering here your soul memories, you can ask for who you are, what are your abilities, what it is that you need to know, what was your mission back then, maybe, the mirror, the mission, who you are today. But with all that, you can come out of this meditation, slowly really feel like you have opened these doors, fully and consciously once again. And then at home, sit down and write in your journal, fill a few pages with your new life. How does your new life look like? How does your life look with the positive abundance? How does your life look with when you are healthy, when you are happy, when you have a positive abundance, and when you always have this unconditional love within your life? What would you put in those empty pages? Now, the only one rule that there is, that whatever you put for yourself has to be in the benefit of at least one more person. That's mean to be in the service of the others. So we cannot be selfish that this is just for me and for anybody else. So let's say if I'm gonna write there that I want to have a castle with 10 meters walls around it, and there I'm gonna have a golden pig and the chest full of the gold, and I'm gonna live there forever and ever. That's not gonna work out. You guys know I'm just silly. That if I want to have a great business that's gonna give a job to the many other people so they can create their own happiness, whatever that means for them, that is in a service to humanity. So with that, we're gonna walk back. We're gonna be grateful. You're gonna send out the forgiveness if this is that you need anything to forgive, and you walk back in your body, and again you feel your pages in your journal. Now I wanna lastly point out one more thing. If you look at yourself in the Atlantis, living in the genetically modified extraterrestrial body that was very well adjusted in the Earth environment, you could live here for probably thousands of years. Then this body and these beings, when they had to leave the Atlantis because there was final destruction, they prior that left into the Egypt, and also some of them hidden and survived inside of the inner Earth. Our body started evolving a little bit, slowly and slowly. It became more dense, and our mind did not work in all that greatest way as it worked in the Atlantis. So we started to go into more written words and the symbols and ceremonies. So we will remember, because we started to dying and reincarnating and calling for our souls to come back, and so much on, trying to desperately control the situation. And then we literally evolved that we have to eventually start to be born into the human body. As I always says, that pre-float, after-float kind of the split. And I speak about the biblical kind of the float. When you look at the document, suddenly the gods are not allowed to walk into human bodies. So we evolve, and then we started to train these bodies, especially its nervous system, how to hold this soul energy, awakened soul energy within, how to cultivate our energies, how to be connected to the ancient mysteries and the magic and so much on. And so we started to evolving once again. And now we are evolving into the time when we will be mirroring of the Atlantis. So I am a believer, at least what I feel from the Pleiadians and so much on, that we can naturally evolve this body, that we are compatible with weather pattern changes. Of course, we don't want to live in the affected areas, and we do have to take care of the earth. That is not as crazy. But I mean, let's say the increased radiation from the sun, increased radiation from the technology that we are having and so much on. Our electromagnetic field need to change a little bit. And if we consciously work through it, then I do believe we can do it. So we are evolving, and we need to allow the body evolve with us. What we as a spiritual people probably neglected a little bit was the physical body. Pleiadians talked to me about God for good 10 years. Take care of your body, exercise. And you guys know in my videos, I don't like it as much, but I do. I actually like yoga. I grew to like yoga. And that's what they said, is to take care of your body. You need to train your body alongside your psychic, spiritual healing abilities. And I think that comes to this moment of now, then it's a great time. You are not walking only your spiritual self through this portal. You are walking your physical self through this portal. I actually think that from this 4th of April until 22 April, we will have to really be a lot connected to our bodies, because we have to be conscious what's happening around us. And we need to stay in the moment, stay in the moment, so we can follow up on this journey. So you walk through this portal with your body. So please join me. Let's join in a lot of astral meditations from the April 4th to the April 22. And of course, let's keep this going. Now, guys, if you are awesome and you're still listening me until the end, I'm going to invite you to join me for the 7-day light initiation. You know, I selling the program on my website. I'm going to take this program and I'm going to create a 7-day videos to guide us through it. So for the 7 days, we can join in the initiation that started in the ancient Egypt, that Essenes continue with it as well. And that we will continue with it as well. It is to literally to break your body into this particle of the soul and the ego and the body and your nervous system, and heal it and bring it back together. Now, I'm going to make another video because I can probably talk for another hour about it. So please join me. The point is that we are going to arrive into the Easter, and we will embody the Christ energy. Now, when I speak about the Christ energy of the Easter, it has nothing to do with the biblical kind of the information. It is just the white enlightened energy that we are waiting for, embody for quite a while. So I love you. Thank you for listening to me, and thank you for who you are. And please, please, please practice all of this. Find your crystalline grid. Be in the moment of now, really. Focus with it and stay healthy, be good, and I'll see you soon. Love you.